Hi everyone, Bitcoin is sitting right on the cross between the red line, which is the resistance drawn from the ATH on 20th of January 2025, and the support line, the green line, is drawn from the 5th of August 2024. So today Bitcoin is exactly on this crossroad, and it's very dramatic to many people. They don't know which way Bitcoin is going from here. And I just want to tell you that it actually doesn't matter whether Bitcoin is going to go up first and then it will go to the bottom on around 27th of March, or it will go straight down along this resistance line to the bottom. It really doesn't matter. It's so irrelevant what will happen this week in terms of local movements, because it is very clear that Bitcoin needs to make a double bottom from the bottom that it did on the 11th of March. So not necessarily, of course, it can't be just a V-shaped bottom, but several confluences are converging on the idea that Bitcoin will be making a double bottom on 27th of March. So this is one of them. This is a fractal which has been valid for some time, this yellow fractal. So I will highlight it for you. It has been valid from the 3rd of March. And this fractal is bottoming on the 27th of March. And then, surprise, surprise, the actual aspect that is contributing to this bearish performance of Bitcoin at this time is actually the square between Mars and Chiron. This is square number 3 between Mars and Chiron, thanks to the Mars's retrograde motion. So Mars at the moment is on 28 degrees of Cancer, and Chiron is on 21 degrees. So for as long as this square is building, it's very unlikely that Bitcoin will make the bull reversal before the square is complete. So Mars is heading now for the exact square, which will be made on 27th of March. So this is a very nice confluence that actually 27th of March is the double bottom date from which Bitcoin will be reversing. And what I call it is that at the moment we're watching the contractions, the last contractions of the birth of bull season 2025. It's dramatic, especially for people who don't know about any confluences. A lot of people are on edge. They don't know what will happen, and they get confused between the time frames as well, because the local time frames are confusing. They're going up, but we know that this looks like a bull flag, a bear flag, I beg your pardon. If it's going up like this, the likelihood is that it will head down. Totally irrelevant. Locally this week is really irrelevant what will happen, because we haven't bottomed, we haven't made a double bottom. Highly unlikely that Bitcoin will be going up from here, and that it will not reverse to make a double bottom. Is the double bottom expected to be a higher low? Yes, it seems this way. It seems here on the chart this fractal is pointing to a higher low double bottom. However, it's not guaranteed. Any of these fractals can be invalidated at any point in time, even if it's not even if it's not a higher low, even if it's a lower low to the 11th of March. It's totally irrelevant, because Bitcoin will be making the bull reversal very, very soon. We're witnessing the last contractions of the birth of bull season 2025. So it really doesn't matter what happens locally. And then if you want to know the next steps of Bitcoin in April, May, June, just catch up with me on X. I post a lot of material there. Most of you know me on X. Bye for now. I just wanted to comfort you a little bit because everybody is just so desolate after a really disastrous start of 2025. But that is because people don't know the yearly time frames. People don't know that the wood snake is a very bullish year. And the second thing people don't know is the monthly time frame. So even some specialist colleagues who have performed quite well in the past, they're bearish for 2025, and it's up to them because they're allowing the market makers to influence them psychologically and to make them bearish. That is exactly the whole 2025 so far was designed to make everyone bearish. That's why they did the ATH in January, so people can give up. That was the only purpose why they did the ATH on 20th of January. That made a double top to the 17th of January ATH, and that is it. Everybody became bearish for 2025 without actually realizing that that was constructed deliberately to get you bearish. 2025 is not a bearish year. The wood snake is one of the most bullish years there is. And also I have used other confluences to make this decision. It's not the only decision, but I'm not going to reveal the other confluences, everybody, because I need to leave something, I need to leave some edge to myself, which is shared only with my subscribers. All I can say is that I can assure you that 2025 is a bullish year. It will close higher than the ATH. So that is it from now. We'll catch up on 27th of March when we'll see whether Bitcoin will be making the bottom or around that date. Let me just actually show you a couple of more confluences. So I said that this is the Chiron and Mars square completing on 27th of March. So naturally, after such a serious square, the movement is expected to go up. However, this particular square, the Chiron and March on back testing, it's revealing that it has a few more days of down after that. So don't worry about that. If 27 is not the bottom, it will be by the end of the first week of April. The bottom will be done, the double bottom, I mean. And for now, this looks like it's gonna be a higher low. So I just want to show you a few more confluences for that. Just bear with me, please. Okay, so what we have is a combination of gun dates here in the last few days of March, which is a very high indicator of a bottom getting made here in the last few days of March. So that is why I have highlighted the whole lot here in red, and I'm saying this is a bottom zone. Okay. Mercury backtesting is also showing that the last kind of bottom days are looking to be 27th of March. So that is confluence number 3. That 27th of March is shaping as a bottom. You can see here 75% expected to close on a red, and from there on there is no more of those. Yeah, there is one more here on the 31st of March, and that is it. From there on, most of the closures are green. Of course, there is always going to be red closures on daily time frames, but I mean in terms of shaping a bottom, it looks like it's going to be this week between 24th of March and the end of March. It looks like it's the bottom zone where the bottom will take place. And then we see here the solar eclipse backtesting, these two columns here. They're highlighting a lot of redness here, again suggesting that the bottom zone will be in this section way before the solar eclipse. It's highly unlikely that the bottom will be after the solar eclipse. This solar eclipse will be bullish, and again, people don't actually know how to backtest the solar eclipses. I have a fully developed solar eclipse trading strategy, which is telling me, and I have shared that in another video before, that when the price on the day of the eclipse, this is my fully developed solar eclipse trading strategy, which you can purchase from my website. And one of the rules is when the price on the solar eclipse closes before the level of before the POC, the level where majority of trading takes place, that price level, when the price on the solar eclipse is lower than the POC, than the point of control, then all the price action escalates and becomes bullish after that. But when the price on the day of the solar eclipse closes high above the level of control, above the POC, then the solar eclipse action heads down after that, which happens very rarely. Majority of the time it happens either on the level of point of control, and in that case again it heads up, or below it. Okay, so that is a very nice confluence to suggest that the bottom will take place before the solar eclipse. And then I want to show you, so this is the solar eclipse cycle backtested in a different way here. If you see red, that means it's a bottom zone. There is a lot of red color here. And then the lunar eclipse solar cycle, the lunar eclipse cycle is saying that by 31st of March, the bottom will be in, the double bottom. And then the historical probabilities here are saying that, look, these are the last 2 days, 29th and 30th of March, that are looking bearish, and also not a lot, only with 57% historical probability. So yes, several confluences are converging on that, and I'm very confident I'm long, and I'm not worried about Bitcoin and crypto in any way. One thing all of them have in common: Trump, Elon Musk, Tesla, Bitcoin, and all crypto, they have one thing in common, and that is they are all on the bottom. They're not going to be as bad as they are now in March. March is the bottom for 2025. Apart from 1 month later on in the year, which only my subscribers know, where I think that all crypto will dive there to make some kind of a triple bottom or something like that. But again, that is expected to be a higher low. And even if it isn't, it will catch up after that very quickly. So that is it for today. Have a lovely day, everyone.